Port Adelaide a chance now. They bring it into Darcy. The run and overlap from Meads all right. Fends off with one hand and then tracks across half-back. Puts it out towards centre wing. Not a bad sort of a mark. Beautiful mark, in fact. Taken on the far side by Crow and Paul Rouvray. Hands off to McGuinness. The run comes from the back to Healy. Comes to the close side of the ground. It's got Brett Dean. Now we'll see a bit of this through the air from the Tigers. Plenty of runners. McCulley provides protection. Dean goes inside the 50-metre line. Here's Caldo. Good spoil away. Comes down towards Carter. Hallahan's there again. If he can get over the top, he does. Here's a chance for Chiggy. One step. Beautiful kick. Great kick, Nicholas. And the Tigers are away. They get away to 1-1 and Port yet to score.
Very hollow for some reason.
Back in the centre. McCulley in from the left. Ryan from the right. McCulley wearing the gloves, as you can plainly see. Williams in the middle, and just gives it over to the umpire. Another bounce, good crowd. They've built up late, something like 10, perhaps up to 12 or 13,000. Bailey, back he goes to Dean. Now a forward hand pass, putting his teammates under pressure. Awkward one there for Kretschmer, gets the hand pass moving. Now Chigwidden, infield he goes. This is McGuinness, good penetration by McGuinness, getting back and taking the markers. Hallahan, interesting ploy there. I wonder whether they're looking for Caldo or Hallahan. I guess they're looking for both, Michael.
Well, Hallahan is certainly providing a beautiful fall for him, and he puts through the Bay second. But I tell you what, just before them, that work on the wing where they shepherded Waterhouse out, set up the goal for the Glenelg.
The biggest man on the ground to probably the smallest, Tim Ginniver. Short pass. McLeod's back into this side. Couldn't take that one. Shoveled out by Kretschmer. Rouvray loses feet and then paddles it a little further backwards. McCulley going to get set upon, Stewie. He does. The umpire doesn't put the whistle to the mouth for holding the ball. Back to Kretschmer. Good hands. Nice and slick on the reflex. Around the body it goes. Ryan should sit back and take the mark. Great courage. I think it's Rouvray. It is, and that's a wonderful mark back against the Tide. Look at that.
And a shocking injury.
So McGuinness with some valuable touches early in this game. Puts it to the far side of the ground. And he has War. They call him Tugger for fairly obvious reasons. The Tug of War. Here's Bartlett now, far side. Pumps up towards half forward West. What a great mark.
Yes, that's a good point, Stephen, because he was standing, there's that mark again, he was standing Caldo, and then of course he had to run across to... Well, the light's on full. It's a beautiful sight. Goes to Carter at centre half-back. Kretschmer tries to hold him up. Carter looking for a target. It's an awful kick. He was looking for Benke, and he got himself into trouble there, Benke, but in fairness, it was a terrible kick to him. Eventually, Bailey's hand pass gives Kretschmer another chance. Here's Kretschmer squaring the footy at the back. Bartlett. Well, they've got three of them down there. They got West, Bartlett, Caldo, Hallahan and Kretschmer occasionally.
Yes, it's a good mix at the moment. I just had a little feeling that Kretschmer might have had a ping there, Michael, but he did exactly the right thing. Brought it to the head of the square and gave them the very best chance.
Well, you know as a coach, Stephen, that if your player does that, he's on the ball, and having a shot from there really isn't the percentage thing.
All set up here for Bartlett, 25 metres out. Slight angle, and he's put it through. So Glenelg now eke out a very handy break. 3-3 to 2-2. We played 17 and a half minutes of the first. And earlier got a nasty knock in a trial game against Port Adelaide, and may have been in doubt tonight. He looks okay so far. Whips it out wide. War. Short chip pass is okay to Bartlett. So they're gradually moving the ball forward. Way over on the eastern wing. Goes in long, left flank. Up goes Lees at the back. West in front. Kretschmer, was that in the back? Yes, it was. And that was against Carter.
They're 25 as well. It was very silly. They didn't give the ball back, and so what it's effectively done is it's brought him into range. Instead of being outside 50, he's now come into 30 to 35 metres out and given Kretschmer, who's generally pretty accurate, a good chance.
Had eye problems, Kretschmer, but he'd be seeing these sticks all right, you'd think, from 35 metres out. He's given it a good ride, and he has banged it through. Well done. Good goal by Kretschmer. Brett Dean comes off, and coming on is John Simons, Tony Simons' brother. That's the coach. Big pack into the air. At the back was Hocking. McLeod. Well done by Kretschmer. War, first gamer. Getting back is McGuinness. And McGuinness sweeps it across the face. Confidence there. It may come off. It does. This is Simons getting his first touch for 1995. Bailey, clever, very good, on centre wing, beyond centre wing now, good looking kick, a terrific kick up to West Territory. Bartlett, another big man in open spaces, outstorms Caldo. That was almost clever, he tried to knock it to his teammate's advantage, wasn't a push in the back. The umpire comes across and he has sorted one out. I think it might have been a little later.
Bartlett and Carter having a little go behind the play as well. That's just the advantage that they're looking for with Caldo, is to give him the space, because I think he does have a little edge in leg speed on Mead. But as that little stoush was going on behind play, you see it there. Caldo's got the free kick from the 50-metre line.
That was Bartlett and Carter. Yes, Caldo pushed in the back twice then, got the second time paid. Now he's 45 metres out. He's a left footer and his kick is very good. So Caldo gets another for the Bays. Bailey comes across and has a chat to him, and Glenelg go further in front. They stretch their lead and we're late in this first quarter. 5-3 to 2-2.
Doing very well to this stage, but the thing that worries me about any side that plays Port Adelaide, if they don't persist, we know Port Adelaide will run over them.
Here they are. Here's Chigwidden. Here's a chance around the body. He loves these. How much does he love this one? He's got the hands up in the air and he's got the goal. So another good one for the Bays. Chigwidden's congratulated by Kretschmer. 4.5 minutes into the second term when the Tigers open up a 4-goal break.
Beat. Hocking knocks it away. Chigwidden runs into trouble. Well done to Rubinick though, who's a very good defender. Now McGuinness, that was pretty clever. High kick, not a particularly good kick in the end though, but he was swirling around. And Ginniver gets it across to West. Darcy gets knocked over. And he'll take a free.
McGuinness, well, in a lot of trouble and really got clear and could have run on.
Port player in trouble behind play as well. And they go up towards the half-forward line. Rowan Smith. This is the pressure that the Tigers are exerting at the moment. It's a pretty good-looking outfit. Stephen Williams under pressure as well. Well done, Redshaw. Kretschmer handed it off to Rubinick and got it back in the 1-2. Now goes towards the centre field. They need a one clean take in there and run. That's a beautiful tackle. They'll miss him badly.
Well, they certainly miss his speed across the centre line, and that's what Port Adelaide have always done. Their wingmen have kicked goals.
Yeah, they're a chance again, the Tigers, and Kretschmer has appeared from nowhere and he's jammed through Glenelg's 7th goal for the evening. He gets his second, and Glenelg are opening up a handy break at the 10-minute mark.
And they're certainly getting tried at the moment.
Yeah, looks good on paper, doesn't it? And Roger Delaney, who's one of the best around. He's certainly been around for a while. 157 games, he's 29 years of age. Twilight of his career. Lee's at the back, Chigwidden, now McGuinness. High kick, pretty good distance with that. Caldo had it knocked away from behind. Well smothered there by Bailey, kept it in the area, that's the key. Might have been Kretschmer actually, yes it was. So they hold it up, 25, 30 metres in front. There's Bartlett. He and West and Caldo and a couple of those smaller players doing very well. Bailey 32, Chigwidden 21, big knock there. Kretschmer again. High one, Delaney caught at the back, Caldo in front. Just reading it very well, Carter. Binky away from the back pocket. Another mistake by Binky there, and as a result, Chigwidden's able to get it to Bailey.
Just under too much pressure, Michael. They're not doing anything clean, the Maggies at the moment.
Well, at the moment, Port Adelaide, I know it's a surprising thing to say, but looking a bit timid compared to exactly what Glenelg are doing, and Port Adelaide are really on the back foot.
Surprising, it's unheard of.
Well, it is, but again, we're only into the halfway through the second term.
So Bailey, yes, there's no point in getting too excited because we've seen those mighty comebacks by Port Adelaide. Here's Bailey. Oh, what a critical goal this would be. He's got everything going for him. There's the kick, and he's just about missed everything. He's missed behind.
Well, they don't come much easier than that, and Bailey, an experienced player, you really have to put them through to put the nail in the coffin.
225 games for Tony Simons. Wouldn't have been very happy with that one. And in his first game, I bet he's giving the gum a fair workout. Foster, one step, he's got Binky. Bartlett arrives late, just a little too late. Ginniver provides an option in short. Waterhouse is getting ready to come back on. Centre wing, here's Darren Smith. He's worked pretty hard, and this is what I was talking about, having to travel some miles to get himself the football. Beautifully weighted pass. Look out, Tim, you're under pressure. Still gets it away. Hodges sets himself. Good spoil. Hocking's had the better of the battle. Oh, gee, Hamilton's caught one high. Hodges is back in there working hard, and someone's gone for holding the ball, and Port Adelaide will get a free kick.
Well, good work by Port Adelaide forward lines there, but penalties. They hurt the most when they happen in the forward lines, and there's been a few happen already tonight that weren't paid. But as we look, Kretschmer down on his knees, doing good work. Well, when he looks injured, Hodges, looks like he's done an ankle, and that won't be good news for the Port fans.
Could be a disaster for Port Adelaide if they lose Hutton and their star full forward in this quarter.
David Struper comes on for Glenelg. I think it may have been Hamilton that went off. Didn't quite catch that, but anyway, David Struper on, and would you believe the stretcher's out?
Let's have another look and just see what happens here. Hodges looked to be winded for a moment, but there it just looks like that left. Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Jared Hocking's done all the work there, just pushing Hodges away.
And really, I don't care whether you're a Port Adelaide supporter or not, Scotty is a champ, and it's always bad news to see one of the season or one of the competition's great highlights go down like that. Looks like he's going to be out of action for a while. Here's another exciting footballer though, and that's Carter. Floats one towards heel, hands it off quickly. It's a feature of the Tigers game at the moment. They're prepared to play it on and play it on very quickly, and they've got a free inside halfback. They make a change. John Simons comes on, and Hallahan comes off, and they're having a go on centre wing.
Well, there's not much point in this. There really isn't. As the kick goes down ground, Delaney takes it at the back, and the fight's still going on. And you just get the feeling that they've got to concentrate on the footy, because none of that business on centre wing's going to score goals or do anything like that. The other thing is, Stephen and also Michael, we've seen Port Adelaide face adversity like this before and lift enormously. Do you get the feeling that might happen tonight?
Well, the Port Adelaide Football Club are renowned for doing that, and the scrap at the moment is between McGuinness and Melakellus.
And McGuinness is having a field day, 17 possessions so far. And you talk about Port Adelaide being renowned for the rough stuff. Here's Caldo at half forward, and he's got one inside range. You don't have to think back very far. They were in diabolical trouble last year in the grand final. And then all of a sudden, Timmy Ginniver, towards the end of the first term, started to manufacture something and got them going. And this is the game plan. They're sitting presently 21 points behind, notwithstanding the fact that Caldo has a shot. He's holding the ball for a drop punt, has a good look at them, and the umpire doesn't move much at all. Good kick. Caldo gets his second. The Tigers get their 8th, and they pull a little further away. 8-6 to 4-3.
Jack down in the bunker. Jack Cale, who's been such a successful man in football, both playing and coaching. There's Hocking's kick, didn't play last year. Waterhouse gets it to his skipper. Now McGuinness, the hand pass from Ginniver wasn't all that good. Number 36 is David Struper. Gets it over now Bailey. Chigwidden was the man that got it to him. Oh, Rogers made a bad mistake and almost paid. He may still even pay for this. Round the corner by Caldo. Oh, what a ripper. What a ripper by Caldo, and can you believe it? Delaney makes an awful error. 3 goals to Caldo. 9-6 to 4-4, and half-time approaching.
Well, beside the misfortune that they've had, Port Adelaide have just looked a little off colour tonight. Rogers had some good possessions, but they're just not doing anything clean at the moment. They're not hard at the body, and they're being unsettled by a much more disciplined Tigers side that's showing far more urgency, and that's a beautiful snap by Caldo. Gets his 3rd. We've got 9-6 to 4-4.
And I know there was some worry about him during the week. 29 minutes gone. Williams doing the ruck work for the Magpies. Here's McGuinness. McLeod tried to come at him. High kick inside 50. Lee's up well early. Oh, big chance here. And a big chance for Big Struper. Struper bangs it through. David Struper, welcome to South Australia. Welcome to the Bays. It's 10-6 to 4-4.
Some doubts about Bailey's fitness, but I believe some doubts about Struper's fitness as well. Didn't look too bad there. Came crashing through. And he looks all right, doesn't he? Thanks, David. Out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, but if you don't wrap them up, they kick them from about 90. Oh well, I think this might be Darcy, is it? Anthony Darcy kicks to the wing, far side, not quite to the wing. Waterhouse. Oh, here's a chance now. McGuinness. High kick to the square. Caldo. Delores the goal! Shepherding. Excellent goal by Glenelg, and we'll just check that player. Caldo did the work in the goal square. 11-6 to 4-4, 72-28.
Not a bad piece of work on the far side. Looked like McGuinness from one step, I think, as he thumped it forward. It was a great piece of work by Caldo, wasn't it? And Roger just couldn't get access to that footy.